You've walked on her, breathed her, drank from her, slept under her skies. And yet she is treated like an object, or even worse, an unending resource to plunder. Her name is Gaia, and she is alive and hurting. My name is Sabrina, and this is my swoove TED Talk on Gaia theory and Gaiaism. So what is Gaia? Well, mythologically speaking, she was the wife of Uranos, the sky, and mother of the Greek Titans. She was the embodiment of the earth and nature. Even the Greek word for the earth, gis, is derived from the name Gaia. But I'm not here to talk about mythology. Otherwise, I'd be remiss to not mention others like the Shinto dragon god Ryujin, or the Iroquois Great Spirit. Rather, I would like to talk about modern-day Gaiaism, or Gaia theory as it's also known. The Gaia theory hypothesis was first proposed by Lovelock and Margulis in the 1970s as a means of describing the biodiversity on this planet. The theory suggests that the Earth is like a living organism, not just a rock in space that happens to have a biological infestation. Now, they both have said the theory is not meant to imply that the Earth is a conscious being, but rather a tapestry where the Earth shapes life and life shapes the Earth, in a symbiotic relationship where the health of one dictates the health of the other. Excuse me. Now, I'm not a biologist, just a storyteller, and someone who notices patterns. When I began my transition, I started to see the world differently. It was no longer black and white, male or female. It was rather a harmonious balance, one that was thrown off its equilibrium by our actions. And this was what led me to Gaiaism, or earth worship. When I was little, we had a small forest on the farm where I grew up. When I was bullied or sad or just wanted to goof off from the chores, I used to walk through it. I never gave much thought to who I was praying to on my meditative walks, just marveling at how simple it was and yet so complex. It was from there that the seeds were planted, not of a scientific theory, but a spiritual one that spoke to my heart, even at a time I wasn't open to the feminine, about how we are her hands, her feet, her eyes, and her cancer. That she is crying out for us to hear her, before her tears of sorrow and pain turn irreversibly into tears of rage and revenge. Now, I want to be clear, Gaiaists are not anti-technology. We do not call for a return to plowing fields with wooden tools, nor are we tree huggers or Woodstock hippies. We believe in a harmonious balance, where nature can provide for technology, and technology can create a world where nature is not only cared for, but promoted and cherished. As one cherishes their own mother, there are no temples in Gaiaism, no dogma to follow, no sacrifice, save that of the anthropocentric model of the universe. If Gaia is indeed alive, we need a new covenant with her, not to dominate, not to conquer, but to re-find the balance we've lost. Because maybe like younger me, hidden from even myself, we are scared to face the consequences of our mother's punishment. But we need to know that Gaia offers us a home, a way to live that is older than war or desires that cause suffering. Gaia is not a god you kneel to, she is a mother you walk beside. But like any mother, she is tired. Maybe if we walk with her instead of on her, she can forgive us. And she can begin to heal. Maybe we all can. Thank you all for your time.